Good morning and welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this morning's update, we're going to go over the price analysis of XRP. We're going to look at the XRP Bitcoin pairing as it's up just about 0.26% to the 771 sat level. We've got Bitcoin down 162 points or 0.25% to 61,644. And we've got a couple of different things to talk about as far as news reading. We're going to read today how XRP is heading for a deeper crash. Demand slumps as market turns bearish. We've got XRP news today. Dubai green lights Ripple for global transfers despite SEC challenge. And then we've got Ripple holders realizing over 30 million in losses in the past 10 days. XRP sustains above 47 cents, at least in the short term. Right now, we do have a small pattern set up here if we want to try to play off of it. Last night before I went to bed, I tried, and it was only like a $7 risk that ended up hitting a stop loss overnight. But I was trying to play off of, and normally I don't do this before I go to bed, but I did. And the reason why I don't do it is exactly what happened. I got stopped out because I don't like to leave the position without a stop loss when I go to bed. And it ended up getting stopped out. I had this pattern down here that I was trying to play below at 474. I put it to 473, and then it obviously came down to 4705. So it cost me about $7. Some will be like, well, Tom, that's not a huge loss. It's not about the loss. It's the point of, you know, I don't usually like to trade with the stop loss because it does do overzealous things like last night. And now it seems to have created a small little reversal, but we are below a very key support structure. And the fact that we're below this 476 right now is a little concerning. We could very well push back above this right now and pull in some volume, and that's what we're going to need to do to avoid a further drop. And if we do have a further drop, the most likely outcome here would be to come to 464 area. Now, if we do push back up just a little bit, back over the 476, we could run ourselves up to the 48 cent mark. And that was the play that I was trying to pick up on, because we had a small W reversal last night, but then it became invalidated overnight. So just a small little reversal. We had a small little reversal. But now we'll see what happens. I'm still actively looking. A lot of times I won't trade the futures with XRP because it's just too volatile. And it's weird because when I pick spot, I never trade Bitcoin. But when I trade futures, a lot of times I'll see myself falling back on Bitcoin only because it's a lot easier within the ratios. So XRP fell down to 473, and that was about a 7% loss. Let's just put it that way. That was a $7 loss. Now, Bitcoin last night was up to 62,300, and now it's down to 61,660. So there was no winning formula last night as far as how I did it. Now, if I was smart, I wouldn't have done it before bed because that's usually my rule. But, you know, sometimes the old sleepy brain thinks it can gain one on you. But be that as it may, XRP right now, Bitcoin needs to be over 61,605. It needs to break over this, hold this structure, and then we're still maintaining a bullish push here. It's just if we get rejected here, there is a possibility of a short-term head and shoulders that formed on us very quickly. And we can see the double top here right around 62,440. So we need to get past that. And then ultimately, I thought we could make a push up here to retest this 62,900. But that remains to be seen if we do start to tug in that direction. 4 hourly for Bitcoin. Doesn't look awful. Doesn't look awful. If we're going to make a rally, it's going to be now. We need to get on top of 61,605, hold it and start pushing. And right now, we're right at that break point. So I'm going to sit back right now and see what develops. Hopefully Bitcoin or even Ethereum, as we're getting closer to the ETF, will allow some kind of opportunity. I'm going to be looking at this all day and see if anything pops out. From a spot position standpoint, XRP at 47.4 cents is very, very, very cheap. We attempted a reversal in the last 4-hour candle, but it ended up flat right now. We couldn't do anything of any sort. So we'll see if this is, in fact, a 4-hour candle that's starting to support us for an upward push, or being below this 47.6 cents, now 47.5, but 47.6, if this ends up being the overwhelming rejection, and then we come back down and retest 46.4, that's our couple options here. In the 45-minute, the volume's atrocious. The volume's not very good. So we need to pick up some volume here. Now, it is the early morning trading hour here in the USA, and a lot of times in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, we get near 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock on the West Coast, it starts to have some volatility. Now, could this be some upward volatility? Only time will tell. But in order to make an educated and informed decision, we need to garner all the information that we can gather on the charts, and then we also need to garner some attention on the news and notes as well. So we'll get into that in just a second. The XRP market cap fell below here a couple days ago at 26.9, came down and looks like it's trying to create a bottom here at right around 25.9 billion, but we were unable to push out here. Now we have a sideways consolidation, and if we break down any farther, this could be a little bit of an issue, but we do have the underneath support right at 25.9 billion, and right now we need to break over the overextended downtrending resistance that came and showed its ugly head that we couldn't get past it. We need to get past that 26.8 billion mark. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP and Bitcoin this morning. Very short when it comes to the technical so far, but it's a very concise area that we're watching. XRP, Bitcoin pairing. We have a bearish cross here on the 45, bearish candle in the 45-minute here recently. 4 hourly leaves a lot to be desired. The bottom line is here, we need to get over and hold 777 sat level. If we can get over that and hold, we could push up towards that. It's a pretty nice push here if we could get out of this area, but we haven't been able to get out of this area. And if we could get out of here, our first area of push would be somewhere around the 800 sat level. You'd get to the 901, and if you could break that, then you could start pushing back to that 1 over 1100 sat level. But there's still so much in between to even start talking about that. But we have had a nice consolidation here, so let's say, if it plays true and plays up. But right now the daily is signaling a reversal. Bottom line is the daily signaling a reversal. Now, does it play true or not? Only time will tell. But the market seems to be transitioning into a slightly less opportune moment here, even though when things are looking red, that's where you have to kind of seek out an opportunity. Otherwise, you have to just wait for the next drop or the next big rise if you're going short. So for me, I'm going to evaluate right now. I'm going to see if there's something that stands out. I'm certainly not going to take a chance on XRP with a futures trade right here, seeing that it already busted the setup that I liked if it was going to bounce off of it. Although at 474, it's still in a nice spot. It's just we're dealing with this uptrending support that's slightly, it's like 475, 475. It's right at this area. So you're basically at your support resistance line. It's just it's coming in from below, which makes me nervous. If it gets a rejection here, that's an obvious go short sign. If it can break above this and we start pushing up, well, that could be an opportunity back up to the top of the rotational pole. But it's going to take some testicular fortitude either way. Whether you're going short or long, you're going to have some conviction here. And right now the resistance is at 48.15. If we fall through the 474, we have 46.4 cents. So 46.4 underneath and 48.14 over the top. So assuming 47.4 cents or 47.6, no, it's 47.45 gets rejected, your underneath support's right around 46.4 cents. If we break above 474, our over the top resistance is 48.1 cents. So take a firm understanding on what that means. So is XRP, and now we're going to balance off what we just talked about. And make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update if you appreciate my content. And consider joining Tom's Army if you'd like to expand and pay it forward. And in month 1, you get the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. And my face is superimposed on that emoji badge. All the way out to year 3 where you get the XRP Diamond Hands badge. Hit that subscribe button if you do appreciate my work. And share this on social media so that we can get a wider viewing audience. And if you do comment, that also does help with the algorithm. So just let's pay attention to what's going on in this morning session. And let's try to pay attention within these articles what the narrative is this morning. So is XRP headed for a deeper crash? Demand slumps as market turns bearish. And if you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto in the USA or around the world, look in the video description below and or pinned comments. There's HOTCOIN, which you can copy trade me, and there's you can copy trade, and there's many different cryptos for you to trade on your own. So don't just rely on me for copy trading, because I'm doing very small trades and it's more about a common bond with the audience. Or there's also BITUNIX there, which I firmly love, and there's BLOFIN as well, which you can copy trade there as well, but there's only one person on there copy trading on BLOFIN, 28 I believe on HOTCOIN. So there's options for you to trade cryptocurrency with no VPN. Just look in the video description below and our pinned comments. Your choice. All three of them I love. And BITUNIX starting next month will have copy trading, so that'll be a nice involvement or evolution. So Ripple Labs recently emerged victorious in its legal battle against the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Yet this win has not translated into the expected surge in the price of XRP. Despite the favorable ruling, XRP continues to struggle, with its price plummeting to 47.34 cents, an 11.67% decline this month amidst the ongoing market crisis. Even before this drop, XRP wasn't performing well, and now the situation has worsened. The XRP supply has hit its lowest point in months, and the price continues to fall. The supply of XRP on exchange has dropped to 2.84 million, valued at 1.34 million. At current market price, the lowest level since January 1st. This decline suggests that fewer XRP tokens are being held on cryptocurrency exchanges, indicating a shift in investor behavior. Several factors could explain this trend. Investors might be transferring their tokens to hardware wallets for enhanced security, staking them on decentralized finance, DeFi platforms, or simply holding on to them in anticipation for future price increase. Over the past 11 days, XRP investors have faced substantial losses, totaling more than 30 million. This downturn is attributed to widespread token distribution and a market crunch, highlighting a troubling trend of market capitulation. XRP's daily price performance points to a diminishing demand for the altcoin. The Chalkin Money Flow CMF, which monitors money entering and leaving the market, currently stands at 0.06, a negative CMF signal market weakness, suggesting that capital is exiting the market, a harbinger of potential further declines. The moving average convergence divergence MACD for XRP is also indicates a bearish trend. The MACD line blue is below both the signal line orange and the zero line, reinforcing the prevailing negative sentiment. Despite these indicators, there are no signs of a strong rebound for XRP in the near future. Currently, XRP is trading at 47 cents, reflecting a 0.8% drop the last 24 hours. And right now it's about 47.4 cents. As the market grapples with these challenges, the outlook for XRP remains uncertain. So we just talked about the 30 million in losses for XRP. So that's already been covered. We've got XRP news today, and this is one of the important things that's being talked about. Dubai greenlights Ripple for global transfers despite SEC challenge. So investor concerns about the ongoing Ripple legal battle when the SEC continued to affect buyer demand for XRP. XRP price trends hinge on court rulings from SEC versus crypto cases and appeals now. So XRP ends 3-day losing streak as SEC chair targets cryptos. On Tuesday, June 25th, XRP advanced 0.44% while partially reversing a 1.19% loss from Monday. June 24th, XRP ended the day at 47.6 cents. SEC Chair Gary Gensler was in the hot seat on Tuesday, stirring the crypto community. The SEC Chair attended Bloomberg Invest and had this to say about the crypto market. There's 15 to 20,000 various tokens that are offered in investment contracts. Schemes that are investment contracts, and you look at it, the American public is not getting the proper disclosure that they are required to get by law. The SEC Chair added, and the intermediaries in the middle of the market, those so-called exchanges, broker-dealers, and so forth, if they've got hundreds of offerings on that platform, think about it. How many of those offerings don't have some group of entrepreneurs in the middle? It just sort of belies logic. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse reacted to one particular Gensler interview saying, "Absolute nonsense. Coming from Gary Gensler today. And this slander about all the crypto execs going to jail from the man who completely missed FTX and actually cozied up to SBF. And that's Sam Bankman-Fried they're talking about. And wasn't even invited to the Department of Adjustment announcement about Binance. If he was really working for the American people, as he says, he would have been fired a long time ago. Gensler will cause Biden to lose the election. In the Bloomberg interview shared by Garlinghouse, the SEC chair said, "This is a field that the leading lights from a couple of years ago are either in jail, about to go to jail, or awaiting extradition." Think about it. This is that field. That's the field right now where the public has really been harmed, and there's significant non-compliance in the field. Securities and Exchange Commissioner Chair Gensler and the U.S. stance on crypto contrasts significantly with other jurisdictions. So Ripple XRP in the latest approval in Dubai. So this is big news. This week, Vera of the Dubai Financial Authority approved XRP, another win for Ripple on the global stage. The approval means that Dubai can use XRP for money transfers globally. The approval signals more XRP adoption. However, XRP failed to retarget the 50-cent handle. Uncertainties about the ongoing SEC versus Ripple case and the threat of an SEC appeal against the programmatic sales of XRP ruling remain XRP headwinds. XRP could face prolonged selling pressure if the SEC successfully appeals against the programmatic sales of XRP ruling. A court ruling on the penalty Ripple must pay for breaching U.S. securities laws could come at any time. Ripple expects a ruling in the coming months. Will the court prohibit XRP sales to U.S. institutional investors? In March, the SEC filed its remedies-related opening brief, pushing the courts for an almost $2 billion penalty and an injunction prohibiting XRP sales to institutional investors. So now that we got through that doozy of an article, let's finish this up by the XRP price action. So on the daily chart, XRP hovered well below the 50-day and 200-day exponential moving averages, confirming the bearish price trends. A break above the trend line could signal a move to the 50-day exponential moving average. A breakout from the 50-day EMA could give the bulls a run at the 200-day EMA. SEC versus crypto-related updates require investor consideration. Conservatively, an XRP break below the 47-cent handle could signal a drop to the 45-cent handle. With a 14-day RSI reading at 39.12, XRP may drop to the 45-cent level before entering oversold territory. I really do appreciate that article. I enjoyed reading it, and I hope that brought a lot of information to everybody. As we look at this right now, XRP is right around the 47.5 cent mark. While I have your attention before I let you go this morning, XRP can start to rally here if we get over the short-term resistance, which we're right up against. We're either coming up here for a rejection around the 47.6 cent mark, or we're starting a fresh recovery. If we're on the bottom side and we get rejected, anticipate a drop down to the 46.4 cent mark. If we push above this, anticipate a push right around the 48 cent level. A 48 cent level right at 48.1 cents. And if we could break above and hold that could start a fresh rally. Otherwise, this could be a bearish rejection. Right now, we're up at it in the 15 at the 200, which isn't really a big deal. 30-minute is up here at about the 48.1 level. So we very well could be pushing that kind of a bias here. So like I say a lot of times, even if you get stopped out of a trade, it doesn't even mean that you've made the wrong trade. It just means that your tolerability wasn't as great as the risk needed to be. And in fairness, I probably shouldn't have opened that trade until I woke up this morning, because the only way to do it when you're sleeping is have a stop loss on if there's extreme volatility, just in case it breaks down. And in this case, it cost me $7 because I would not have sold out of this yet, because it never came down and broke the 46 cent level, and or the 464. So there was plenty of room underneath, and now we need to see what kind of opportunity there is. 45-minute could be a nice inverted hammer, but let this be a lesson to the extreme volatility and the risk of leverage trading and why spot trading is king. Yes, I may show you at small levels the $100 trades, but those are minute risk. Minute risk. Now, it could be more advantageous to take those $100 and put it into a spot position if you don't own any. So make sure you're evaluating your risk on a really, really in-depth level when you're evaluating it on your own. Right now, I wouldn't do anything. If I was going to do something, going short would be more of an opportunity than going long, just because we're below the 476. And if that gives you a rejection, it's signaling a drop down to 464. But if it retakes it, this could be an opportunity underneath the long, right? Because it's below that support structure. So either way you do this, pay attention, and my advice to you would be to trade spot. And if you have a little extra flow and you want to have a little bit of volatility, then you do the futures. Other than that, I do very small trades. The risk is anywhere from $7 to $10 at a time typically when I do the copy trading. So there's very little risk, but I'm trying to teach a little bit of lessons here, not just in the spot trading, but the futures as well. So I think we're all on the same page. Have a blessed morning, and if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments.